Hey, what is up guys? It is your friendly neighborhood Gudao the Vert here, and I'm going to be showing you how to do a spicy ramen challenge. Now, obviously, the first thing you're going to need is a packet of spicy ramen, so get out your cutting board, and you're going to open the pack of ramen, either with scissors or knives. I didn't happen to have a pair of scissors on me, so I'm going to use a knife. Open up the packet, take out your dried ramen, and the two packets that come with it, one containing sauce and one containing the toppings. What you're going to want to do next is get a pot with a little bit of water in it, turn the heat on high, and just wait for it to boil. Now that the water is boiling, you're going to take your dry piece of ramen noodles and put it into the boiling water. Take any kind of utensils. I'm using chopsticks because I'm a fucking chink, and I'm going to start stirring the noodles around until they can fully submerge within the boiling water. Now, you're going to want to leave the ramen inside the boiling water for about 5 minutes, coming back every few seconds just to stir it around and make sure it's being done evenly. Now that the ramen is done, come over, turn off the heat, and get yourself a pair of gloves so they don't get burned. Now, take the ramen off the stove and over to the sink to be strained. After you put your ramen into the strainer, spray it with a little bit of cool water from your sink so that it doesn't stick. Now, while your stove is set to simmering and your pot is there with about 8 spoons of water, take your ramen from the strainer and put it back into the pot. Now, the next step you're going to want to do is take the first packet that came with your ramen, which contains the sauce. I've never had sex before, but I have a feeling that I'm about to get fucked in the mouth. Now take your chopsticks or any utensils and start mixing that sauce into the ramen. Now take the second packet that came with the ramen, which contains all the toppings, and put it onto the ramen and continue to mix. It looks like a fuck ton of pubes. After a couple more minutes of stirring and mixing, take your ramen off the heat and put it into a bowl ready to serve. Now, take your bowl of what will probably taste like Satan's fucking anus and get ready to rape yourself. Sit down with only 1 cup of tea that you left on your table embarrassingly the night before because you're way too much of a lazy piece of shit to put it away. Take your first bite and realize that this was a fucking mistake. Take a sip of tea, literally 1 bite into the challenge, solidifying you as the biggest pussy that has ever existed. As to why you have sunglasses on indoors, it's because you woke up at 2:45 in the afternoon and spent 30 minutes filming this entire thing, and you don't want anyone to see the bags under your eyes. Go to refill your cup of day-old tea with water from the tap in your washroom because you're too lazy and the pain is too much to go all the way back to the kitchen to refill on a glass of water. like an autistic cow.
Find a napkin.
Return not only having forgot those fucking napkins, but like a pussy coming with sour cream and a glass of ice. Remember and get the napkins.
There's so little left.
I have a literal midterm for physics in 3 days, and this is what I chose to do with my time. I need to kill myself. Now look at this loser, unable to stand his own lack of ambition and mediocrity, so he spends his time doing stupid shit like this when he could be doing any number of things to improve his life. All his friends are wildly more successful than him in every sense, and he is slowly but surely spiraling into a state of severe depression and suicidal tendencies, but neglects telling anyone about his problems out of fear of being seen as needy and an attention whore.